Hello, my name is Berkeley, and this is Ivy. Ivy was the first Webkinz I ever received. I was 8 years old, and I remember I was super eager to log on to the Webkinz website, where I began to interact with other users in chat rooms and online games. Unbeknownst to me, this was the birth of my internet persona, a persona that has been consuming my life ever since. In this video essay, I'm going to be discussing Chapter 11 in the textbook, which explores the influence of blogging, social media, and the World Wide Web. Now, I have an extremely personal and intimate relationship with social media and personal publication, and the chances are extremely high that whoever is watching this does as well, regardless of how privately they believe they live their lives. I was 8 years old in social networking without even realizing it. This topic stands out to me for a variety of reasons. For one, it seems like an extremely accessible aspect of American pop culture in the 21st century. And unlike radio, television, film, newspaper, and even video game influences we have discussed in previous chapters, this feels the most modern. Social networking in the World Wide Web also uniquely thread all of these media platforms together. The history of the internet has this complicated history that dates all the way back to the ingenuity of computer programmers in the 1960s. But this isn't where my focus is. This is all about personal publication, and that can be traced back to the earliest blogs. The first blog is unknown, but blogs originated even before the globalization of the internet in the early 1980s on a service called Usenet. Usenet kind of provided the template of what would be the earliest internet forums. Jordan Barger, an editor of the blog Robot Wisdom, coined the term weblog in 1997. Around that same time, more early blogging tools such as OpenDiary, LiveJournal, and Blogger.com continue to pave the way for more internet personalities to gain success on the World Wide Web. While doing my research for this video essay, I came across a video of Jeffrey Zeldman discussing the history of blogging on Big Think's YouTube channel. A web designer, Zeldman talks about how he was so frustrated as a failed journalist, novelist, and advertiser when he launched Zeldman.com in 1995. The blog quickly gained an internet following, and Zeldman was able to establish his online persona. Without the influence of an agent or publisher, he finally had creative control of the material he wanted to publish through blogging. This is a major reason why so many content creators have turned to blogging in recent years. I've also dabbled in blogging myself. I was 14 years old when I launched my first blog, a blog that I have not returned to since 2016. I just liked writing, and there was a tool out there that let me write whatever I wanted to write. Just this past semester, one of my professors requested I create an online portfolio of my videos, essays, and photographs to submit as my final. I'm a product of my times. It was simple to whip together an online portfolio because I engage with online publications every single day. The textbook clearly outlines this concept of microblogging and how this form of blogging might be more prominent than traditional blogging from the early 2000s. This consists of Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, which allow users to post in concentrated and organized thoughts rather than long articles. These platforms are popular sources of late-breaking information. For example, back in 2009, the hashtag RIP Michael Jackson was trending on Twitter before any main media source had even announced the news of his death. Many brands and businesses have now hired a content strategist to determine how to best reach an audience online. And it seems that almost every notable business or brand has some sort of online presence, whether that be on Twitter, Facebook, even Instagram. Many social media users are gauged by their search histories, and they receive these personal advertisements targeted based on what they're looking up and how they're choosing to engage with internet sources. Literally, every aspect of the way we use internet today is guided by our previous search histories, and this is informing a lot of the way people choose to use their voices, when they use their voices, and how they choose to do so. Participatory journalism is thriving through the agency of personal online publications, and the importance of current COVID and Black Lives Matter posts testify to the prosperity of what was once a fledgling of an internet forum. So whether the American public is taking to social media to leisurely share what's going on in their lives, or if they're posting about their concerns for the future, their current triumphs, tribulations, I think we can all agree that there is actually a very feasible career in simply being creative and sharing the contents of your life or the contents of your mind. And blogging is the future. It's been the future for the last 20 years now. I predict that future generations will continue to cultivate their voice online, and that the promotion and the popularity of Social media, online publications, and blogging will silence the voice of media professionals and amplify the voices of the general public, perhaps to a detriment, or perhaps in the name of democracy. That I do not know yet. But I do know that I'm grateful to grow up in an era that provides me so many platforms to use my voice and that reaffirms my value in an increasingly virtual society. I'm grateful for those that came before me and that paved the way for more voices and online publications to take flight in this era of virtual communication.